Hey, Dax Shepard, when you decide to write, direct, and star in a comedy with Michael Pena based on a TV show, here's a tip. Try writing some real funny comedy because this movie is not funny at all. Chips, written, directed, and starring Dax Shepard along with Michael Pena. This movie is based on the 1977 and early 80s TV show Chips, which starred Larry Wilcox and Eric Estrada. And it's pretty much not much of a spoiler to say that this movie has a cameo from Eric Estrada in it, of course. He's one of the biggest name stars from the TV show. Basically, the show was about the California Highway Patrol going on police missions, really. That's basically what the show was about. That's why it was called CHIPS, California Highway Patrol. So let's make a movie based on it because of the success of 21 Jump Street. And we have a cop comedy called Chips, which is not funny at all. This movie has no good comedy in it, and unfortunately the two leads, played by Dax Shepard and Michael Pena, have no chemistry whatsoever. Michael Pena is a very funny actor, and he's trying his best with the script that he has, but this script is just not funny. The plot is Michael Pena is a federal officer assigned to be undercover as a California highway patrolman because you got some dirty cops that are committing armored truck robberies, and he's trying to find out who is responsible. So he's being assigned to the California Highway Patrol as an undercover agent to find out who are the dirty cops responsible. Pretty easy to figure out who is responsible when one of the cops is being played by a Marvel villain. I mean, when you had Vincent D'Onofrio in your movie and he played a Marvel villain in the Netflix universe, the Kingpin, gee, could he be the villain in this movie? Duh! So there's one of the big problems with this movie. Your villain is too obvious. It's just a lot of things about this movie that's just done so wrong. The comedy is so bad in this movie. Much of the comedy is about being gay and homophobic, which is not done right, and it just didn't feel funny. There's comedy about relationship problems, and that doesn't work very well because Dax Shepard's character, John Baker, is having trouble with his marriage, and the fact that he talks about it all the time just gets very annoying. It is not funny at all, really. And then you have Michael Pena, who ends up being the ladies' man in the movie, and that is not working very well. The comedy there is not written very well, really. That's the main problem with that. I mean, it's not the idea that he is a ladies' man. I mean, that can actually work if it's actually written well, but it's not written well, and that's the main problem with this movie. And just a lot of the jokes here are just not funny. There are maybe a few funny jokes which got some chuckles out of me, and then the real funny jokes happen at the end of the movie, but by then I didn't really care, so that's the main problem with this movie. So really, it is just a terrible, terrible movie. Definitely gonna end up my worst list. This movie gets a big fat F, and this is from a guy that actually grew up watching Chips. So I am very disappointed with this movie. That's too surprised that this movie is a bad film. The trailers didn't look all that good. So don't see this movie. You're better off seeing Life, The Red Turtle, which is out in some areas, and the Power Ranger movie, which is a pretty good movie too. And that's all I gotta say for Chips. Don't bother with this movie.